gets a report card after 100 days. But we're going to find out why for President Reagan it was only 70 days. But first of all, let's take a look at the inauguration. Remember what we did outside and you raised your hand and so forth? Well, and as Kathy was saying, have the students go through here. This is where the parents and the teachers will love to take photographs. You just have to be patient and calm. This is a great photograph. If you have adults, you might want to point out some really interesting people, and you probably know this already. But here's a very young Jeb Bush, a very young George W., and someone who we're going to hear about, Jerry Parker. And students and adults, in just a few minutes, we're going to see Jerry Parker in action in a video. All right, so students are walking through here. You're going to have a look at the teleprompter. And then tell them, don't stand there with them. Stand, again, there's groups in this room. Find a place for you to stand so you can get away from everybody. If you have adults talking about the first 70 days, the day of the inauguration, the hostages in Tehran are released. It depends on what your age group. If adults, you can talk to them a little bit more about this and do that. And then very quickly, you're going through what's happening those first 70 days. Of course, economics, price controls, the price of crude oil and so forth. If you have time, you're going to talk about meeting Margaret Thatcher, lifelong friends. You're going to talk, if you have time, I do too. I'm right with you, Kathy. I love this map. This is a gift from Margaret Thatcher. It shows California as an island off the coast. Yeah, they just didn't know any better. So everything is going well. President Reagan is doing really well, and now we have the 70th day. The 70th day, President Reagan is invited to give a speech, just kind of a routine, like a luncheon speech to the AFL-CIO. Remember, he was president of the SAG, Screen Actors Guild Union. No big deal. He gets up that morning, he puts on a brand new blue suit. I want you to remember, Irene, this blue suit. We're going to see it in just a moment. It's a little snug. Decides not to wear his bulletproof vest, all right? Gets up, makes a speech, comes down the escalator at the Washington Hilton. Everything is going well as planned. But unbeknownst to anyone, lurking in the crowd is a deranged, and I use the word deranged. You can use crazy, or I'm not sure. I use deranged. Individual by the name of John W. Hinckley Jr. John Hinckley had seen a movie called Taxi Driver, starring Robert De Niro, and a very young actress, Jodie Foster. John Hinckley was enamored, I use the word enamored, with Jodie Foster. He starts stalking her. He starts sending her letters, phoning her, trying to get her attention. She's terrified. She does not respond. So finally, John W. Hinckley decides that if he assassinates the president, he will get her full attention. So lurking in the crowd there at the bottom of the stairs is John Hinckley. And we're going to find out more about this in just a moment.
So